Welcome back after 2 weeks off. 1 week for Thanksgiving, 1 week for travel. Some of us were at PAX Unplugged. Our intrepid, sassy NB scientist and engineer is unfortunately MIA due to ISP troubles, and Marshawn hopefully can join us en route because of traffic is evil, and Marshawn does have a bit of a drive to get back and forth between shows. I'm your GM, Tanya, and we're going to get started. We're going to do a little bit of a recap and then go from there. So, Misty, how are you? How have you been these last 2 weeks?
I'm good. I'm taking my coat off the back of my chair because, wrong fandom. So, hello. I've been well. How about you?
Not bad. So who are you? What do you do? What character do you play?
I am Dr. Tiana Ryan. I am a half Vulcan, half human doctor. And I am. That's what I am. My pronouns are she, her, as well as my character.
Yes. And this lovely, lovely human that, well, not in the game a human, but actual human that we've not seen in a while is Christina. How are you?
Okay, I'm unmuted now. Hi. Helena's not at all like me. Hi. My name is Helena Troy. I'm a betazoid. I am also part human, but I'm just dope. Pretty much. Pretty cool. Just hanging out in space, eating candy, stuffing things. The good times. How you guys doing? You guys excited to be here? Fun stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a commander too of the ship, and I'm the ship's counselor. So, get it? Helena Troy.
Yeah. And that's a really good pun that a lot of us didn't pick up on even at the beginning.
Thank you.
Oh no, our doctor has been abducted.
I'm still
by
here,
technology.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wow. And your pronouns?
She, her, they. I am accepted.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to corral the rest of our intrepid crew, and I'm your GM, Tanya. Also, I play the captain and the very sassy computer. My pronouns are she, her. The captain's pronouns are she, her, and the computer has no pronouns as it is not an actual sentient being, that at least that anyone knows of. So it's been a couple weeks since our last episode. We have we had a bit of fun the last episode before Thanksgiving. And while Misty Ta'ana is getting camera situated, let's recap a bit. And Misty, if you want to chime in verbally, please feel free to do so.
Will do.
So the last episode was a bit of a holiday special. We were missing Christina, but otherwise everyone was around. And we had Thanksgiving dinner. We tried to have Thanksgiving dinner in the captain's quarters. It was a thing. There was ponfar, there was ramen, there was wine. Yes, there was ritual combat. Thank you in the chat. Because we talked about the great food traditions of many of our people. And since the good doctor is more of on the human side of her heritage, she talked about things like not putting raisins in potato salad and how that was cause for ritual combat.
I wasn't wrong though. I mean,
you're not wrong. So, doctor, while you were getting your visuals back up, what happened last week? It was a lot for an hour 40.
It really was. We had a lot of food and wine, and we discussed, me and Forland discussed our experiences on Earth, and they agreed with me on the ritual combat, and how it related to the mac and cheese and the matriarchal, arrangement of holiday dinners. And the captain was I don't know, ponfaring. I don't know what
the beginnings of ponfar. It was getting to her.
And I picked up on that. It was a little I didn't, considering how Vulcan the commander, the captain usually is, I was a little worried.
I think we were all a little worried.
Fellow crewmates, yes.
So yeah, and then Ponfar, for those asking in the chat, is the Vulcan mating ritual that happens every 7 years. And basically that is when they lose control of their emotions with the very primal need to mate. For anyone who's seen the original Star Trek, there's a couple episodes where Spock is consumed with this need and he loses himself emotionally. He throws, because it sticks to me because Nurse Chapel also apparently had the hots for Spock, and he throws a tray at Nurse Chapel and freaks her out and scares her. The captain was in the beginning stages of Ponfar, still not totally emotionally compromised, but it was happening. It was starting. We'll come back to that.
Any emotional compromise from the captain was freaking me out.
Yes. Well, and also the fact that the captain seemed to forget propriety and, rules about, not interspersing. What would the word be?
Badonk, apparently.
Fraternization. That's what it was.
There you go. That's better.
So, yes, fraternizing. Fraternizing rules just went way out the window. And the captain had her sights set on some folks. However, the doctor's too much of a professional. Marchand, for whatever reason, thought he was it. Spoiler, he was not it, Chief.
Borland tried to step in, but they were ace and said, well, I can help you, but not help you, I believe.
Like, I can be your wing bee.
Right, wing bee is a great name. But yeah, so I felt for you. It's a rough place to be.
Yeah, and after the other RPG show I'm on today, like put me through the emotional ringer. Let's see how this week turns out. So recap, and now we're in a weird place where we have to get Christina's character back with everyone else, and we have to figure out why Forlan and Marchand are not there.
I think that Christina was with us because
not yet. Christina was still on the ship.
She jumped. No, she went into the tentacle monster. We rescued her.
Oh, that's right. So what did we say happened to Christina last week?
That was a dream sequence, remember? Or it was I thought it was like
You are absolutely correct. So you are 100% correct. See, this is what happens when you have a show for 2 weeks in a row. You forget everything.
Did you doubt it was all a dream?
It might not be. Those spores are really getting to you all.
That dinner was like Brigadoon. There's a reference for you. Okay.
Wow, that's a interesting one.
Way back.
Yeah, Helena's having her own like sweet little dream. She wasn't bothered by any of this weirdness. So to get us kind of back on track until we see if Marchand is able to join us. Hey, and speak of the devil, we just literally summoned Marchand. That was on time. So while Marchand gets put into focus and into the overlay, the setting for this episode is the three of you. I'm sorry, the four of you, three of you. Yes, you wake up on the shuttle. Or not the shuttle, in the forest. You've made camp. You've stayed there because it got dark. You don't know this planet. And you wake up in your makeshift camp. And you don't know what happened. You feel like something might have happened, but you're not 100% sure if this really happened. Or if it was a weird dream because you've been on this planet a little too long. So you were recovering from tentacle attack and other things that happened. Marchand did save Helena, with those really, really good rolls.
Don't forget my sword work.
I'm not going to forget you. So we can hear Morshan, we just can't see Morshan yet. Although according to the captain, better heard and not seen is probably better. So soon we will see Morshan. Oh no, we have duplicate Misties. Although the way this is going, you might need 2 doctors. So pay no attention to the magical boxes. So you all wake up in your camp. You've got basic supplies. Do you want to try to kind of figure out if what happened on the ship was real or not? Or are you going to kind of wake up and start making your way out of the forest?
I am not going to discuss what happened in the dream.
But you don't know if other people don't want to talk about it either. This is your chance to catch up after that moment. You don't know if it really happened or not. You won't know probably until you talk to the captain again.
Oh, woof. Morning.
It's morning. What are you all doing?
I just woke up and kind of flitting about. And that's when I see Ta'ana and I say, somebody had a rough night.
Why? Wait, hold on. Why do you say that? There's a toothbrush hanging out of my mouth. Why do you say that? Where? What? Did I do something? Did something happen?
I can't reveal my sources.
I'm just gonna brush my teeth.
Inside your head.
I'm trying to forget that that's a thing you can do. I'm gonna brush my teeth.
You can't forget because you're still thinking about it right now.
Do you know what I'm thinking about right now?
That's not a very nice thing to think about someone.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey, Marshawn, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm brushing my teeth. How are you?
She's annoyed that I didn't respect her boundaries.
Boundaries. Boundaries are a relative concept. Don't worry about boundaries.
It's gonna be this type of day, isn't it? Okay.
If you can, you do.
What is on our docket for today? We are probably going to have to... Wait, where's Forlan? Where did they go?
Forlan is sound asleep, and you cannot wake them.
Yes, they had a very, very long... we had a very long conversation. Science team stuff. Can't really share much of it with you, but they're exhausted. We're good.
All right, well, we'll leave them here to recover. I'm just going to, after I'm done with my teeth, scan them and make sure they're okay before we move on. And, yeah. I'm ready to go. We got to figure out what is next on our agenda. We only have half of the official hashtag science team. So, Marsha, do you remember what was next in terms of our mission?
Well, we're still trying to find the bleepity bloops. Our pilot is passed out, so we have to see if there's any in walking distance that we can get. Unless one of you knows how to fly. I mean, I could always fly.
I could probably read something up about it, but we should watch a video. I think we should check for the bloopity bloops. We still need to discover, to use more technical terms for Helena, who is not here for the bleepity bloops. We're looking for, we did find life signs on our scanners, and we are trying to locate where they are. We still do not have any kind of information on what happened to the crew of the space station. So that is our mission currently.
All right. So what is your marching order? And are any of you going to scan? Are any of you going to check for your surroundings?
Yeah. So I'm going to scan so I can know what direction to go in. So I'm going to look for the nearest bloop. So I go scanning now, looking for proximity bloopity. And at this point, I'm sort of rotating in a circle with the scanner up, kind of like I'm trying to get cell phone service. I'm kind of
Okay.
I'm like holding it up and kind of rotating. So orient us.
All right. Give me an insight and a science roll.
Okay. Insight. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't see it.
I don't see your roll either. Where did it go?
It went like behind my picture.
Oh dear. Well, it should tell you. Scroll down. If you look at the chat, it will tell you. Oh, you got an insight 7 and science 3.
Okay, yeah, so 10.
All right, so you barely catch a glimpse of it, but you notice lights flickering in and out of some of the foliage. And it's not frequent, and it's actually dim enough to where you might not be sure it's really a light, or if you're imagining it because you're super tired.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't mention it to anyone because I literally think I'm just tired.
Okay, so you don't tell anyone.
I don't tell anyone because it's so dim that I think it's like literally just a figment of my imagination, and I don't want to be embarrassed to say it. So I keep that to myself.
Okay, is anyone else gonna make that roll?
I'll probably make that roll as well because I've been scanning when Forlan has been doing it as well, so I think that kind of goes with it. Insight and science. I mean, I failed like everyone, but you know.
Maybe the dice will be kind to you. It's been 2 weeks.
I blame
or
you.
not. Or not. You know you're in a forest.
There's trees here. I'm getting nothing though.
Doctor or counselor, do you want to try?
I would like to if I hadn't just been kicked off of the server.
Oh no, really?
Oh no.
2.
I'm working on it. But until then.
All right. So I'm going to move your that is not the right layer. I'm going to move your tokens a bit. What order are you all in?
I think I'm gonna go first since I have the scanner.
Okay.
So
right.
Did you really just roll a 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, it was.
Oh, okay. So that was Christina's roll of a 2.
Yeah. Looks like it.
All of you know you're in a forest. Congratulations.
Yay,
We're
there's
in a
trees.
forest.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. Okay. I found a bloop.
You did.
I did. We're gonna head northeast. So I'm gonna kind of point.
Isn't that Forlan's
Oh,
tile?
wait,
I moved your tile already.
Where am I?
I thought Forlan was the one that's in the upper left.
Yeah, I think this is me with the white hair.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. On the stream, it looked like you were moving Forlan.
Yep. Yeah. So. Yeah. So. I'm not sure how far it is, but it's definitely the strongest one. Let's head there.
All right. So move your tokens, and then each round, each square, let's say every 2 squares that you move. I'm sorry, no, 3, because that'd be too soon. So after you move a couple squares, give me another scan.
Okay. Is anybody gonna stay with Forlan?
Forlan should be okay.
I'm gonna do like a beep beep, like lock the ship. They'll be okay.
Just like with your car keys.
Yep.
Wow.
I put it on my chin though because I'm a little far away and it doesn't work unless I do that.
Did you just low jack this shuttle?
Kind of. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
All right, so start marching. Let me know. So are you headed like this way? Are you headed this way? Like which way are you going?
So I'm headed like the way I'm pointing right now.
So by this cluster of 4.
like above it, like I'm gonna go above, so I'm gonna go here, and then there.
All right.
And I'm gonna
Yes.
follow right behind them.
Okay, so after you move 2 more squares, give me another scan.
Christina, you coming? Are you just gonna?
I said the same, but I choked on my words.
Oh no!
Sorry, Helena. Are you coming?
I don't think she's in the.
I am. I'm right here.
Oh.
I'm trying to stay back because I keep making Anna nervous.
Oh no, I just didn't see her icon. Okay. Sweet.
All right, so after you move up another couple squares, give me another reasoning and science scan.
Okay. All right. Let's do another reason and science. 18.
Oh, so much better.
Sweet.
Unfortunately for you.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
18.
Guess what? There, you see. Oh, come on.
Oh man. Looks like a large beetle.
Is it Ripley from that movie Aliens? Like, what's going on over there?
I understood that reference.
Okay, Cap.
It's a beetle. It's a large beetle.
It's not a beetle. It's a maintenance droid. Or, it's...
Basically Wall-E.
No, Wall-E is nice.
Oh, well, so evil Wall-E.
Yes.
Great. Wall-E with a gun.
Yeah, you may have some problems. Actually, no, this isn't a maintenance droid, it's a security bot.
Oh, better.
Yep.
I wonder what it's securing. Like there's nothing on this planet.
Go ask it.
You don't like Morshon, do you?
I do. They're just brave.
I want to roll. Can I what would I roll? Maybe insight and engineering, maybe, to see if I can tell because I'd be familiar with robotics, kind of, right? So I'll be able to tell kind of what it is.
But yes, but you also have never been on that planet. So if you roll high enough, I'll give you benefit of the doubt. So give me that roll.
Okay. So insight engineering.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. So while you're not sure the particulars, you do know that it is a security droid or security bot, and it is armed.
Oh, whoa! That thing's armed.
You
Watch
yell,
out.
that thing's armed.
It's armed.
It
Watch
sure
out.
is.
I'm gonna reach for my phaser, not my sword, even though I'm really good at it.
Yeah, sword won't do you a lot of good against it. All right.
You don't know my sword skills. I mean.
Okay. I think we should. Well, has this thing does it look like it's noticed us, like it's tracking us, or is it
not yet? Because you were just far enough, so you basically caught a glimpse of the metal.
Okay.
Glinting in the sunlight. It has not yet picked you up in its scanners. And I keep wanting to click on the stream and not the actual thing. You are just close enough where, I mean, there is no good path around it. You still will get picked up in the scanners with your movement. So no matter what you do, you will wind up in combat.
Okay. Everyone halt. I always wanted to say that. Halt. We're right outside the zone of the security bot. I don't think we can get around it, but maybe from this distance we could at least take a shot at get a first shot off before it scans us. It looks adversarial, so I don't. Maybe the best option is to get a kind of a sneak attack on it.
Why does it look adversarial?
It's armed, and based on my knowledge of security bots, these things are usually here to essentially attack anything that's like foreign.
I mean, we're armed.
We are armed.
Is there any way to reach out to it and say, like, hey? I mean, is it a Starfleet thing? Can we tell that that Starfleet property is just a generic droid?
I don't think it's like a talking robot. It's like a murder robot. Like it just murders.
Now you wouldn't have a way to know that, but you do know it's not a Starfleet issued maintenance, or I'm sorry, security bot. You do know that much.
Okay, so we know like it's not from, presumably, like that Starfleet did not, the Federation did not provide it for that space station.
Correct.
Okay.
You don't quite know all of it. You don't know enough about the planet you're on or like where this droid bot could have come from, but you do know it's not a Federation issue.
Okay.
I want to like throw some kind of rock like on the other side of it and see.
Are you trying to distract it?
Well, I just want to see what it does, because like if I throw a rock behind it and it like doesn't turn and like shoot it immediately, then maybe the doctor's right. Maybe it is kind of passive.
Maybe we should start with diplomacy instead of phasers.
Are you going to go try to empathize with this?
I think I like the rock idea, but I don't make it happen.
We could try words, and then if words fail, there's weapons.
Didn't you run into a writhing mass of tentacles like not 12 hours ago?
How it was feeling, not to attack it.
Well, I
believe bond.
Morshan's idea, I think, has merit in that not throwing the rock at the thing, but over it.
Direction?
Yeah,
over
like
behind it, right?
Yeah, on the other side. I don't want to throw it in front of it because then it'll be like looking directly at us.
That's the fine point.
I want to throw it on the other side, except like, I mean, this is kind of embarrassing. I can't really throw well. I know it's a bit of a shock.
I'm impressed that you're willing to admit that you have faults. It's a very good quality.
Well, I had this like really weird dream.
We're not going to talk about really weird dreams right now. We're going to talk about rocks.
I'm not going to talk about it because it was something. I might tell you about it one day. It was something.
It looks like it was crazy.
All right. So
ignore the rolls.
All right. So I'm gonna pick up this rock and throw it. Do I have to roll for that, or is that just a?
No, you don't have to roll. I roll the thing.
Okay.
Just throw the rock. See what happens.
Oh my god.
Throw the rock and hide your hand.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna throw it, and like when like I throw, I make this like really weird noise, like because I can't throw. So yeah, I throw the rock, aiming for behind, like on the other side of it.
So that did get the bot's attention. It whirls, but it doesn't it doesn't walk. It's got treads to navigate this jungle and grassy space. It whips around, and you almost see like you hear a hum and you see like a light come out of it, and it determines that not like inorganic, not a threat. So basically it turns back around and goes back to standing at attention. But it does seem to, as much as a bot can be, it seems to be on alert.
Huh. Okay.
Because it's not like it's sentient. It can't reason out, a rock. Suddenly there must be someone throwing it at me. It's like maybe it fell. Like it can't reason.
Okay.
So is looking at the map, are these rock formations really there?
Which rock formations?
To our right. Could we hide behind those? Like, so hold on.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right? You could, but there's not a good way for you all to really get around it now that it has
I don't
been.
want to get around it. I just want to hide from it for a second.
Sure.
Okay. I would like to put my communicator like as far as I can reach without being like, hey, look at me. And then have everybody get over behind the rocks, and I'm going to talk into it and see if, and I'm telling everybody this too, I'm going to talk into it and see if it looks at us, because I feel like that will give us more information if it's hostile or not, because I don't think we can get around it. And if it could provide us information on where the crew is, I would rather not destroy it before we figure out. If it's violent, it's going to fire around us anyway. We might as well see if it responds to a human voice or a sentient voice. Thoughts?
Okay.
I think it sounds okay. But if that fails, I have an idea as well.
Okay, let's do that. What's your idea real quick? Make sure my idea doesn't, like, if it all goes to pot, your idea is still doable.
Okay, so this thing is on like treads, like wheels, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just like pick it up and turn it over, and it won't be able to
You could try.
It's got a gun?
Yeah, but like we could, when it's facing the other direction, they could throw a rock and just like basically like kick it over, and it won't be able to move.
Let's decide on that one after this, I guess. So I'm already putting my communicator like as far away as possible, like over like here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna move over there. And
Okay, well, move your tokens.
I'm gonna summon like gesture, like come over.
So, Counselor, are you with them, or do you see this just happening? Are you still way back there?
Oh no, I'm kind of like tucked in the corner a little ways behind them after the conversation where they didn't like my idea, which was great, which was diplomacy or whatever.
Oh no.
I'm gonna just
All right, so I'm gonna move your token there. Is that where you are? Or are you more here?
still having server issues, sorry.
That's okay. I will move you.
But I can't see anybody, but I just see the terrain. And that pink flower in the top left corner.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Here I am. I'm back.
Yeah, you don't want to be by where that pink flower is. The bot will definitely see you and probably respond.
Okay.
All right, Doctor, what is your plan? Go for it.
I'm gonna speak into my I can Morshan, speak into your contact my communicator, because I can't use it, obviously it's over there, or Counselor, either one of you, just say something to the thing.
Come in peace.
Please identify yourself, is what you hear. It's a very robotic voice. I can't do a robotic voice. Just deal with it. Identify yourself. You are not shown to be staff of this planet.
Oh, I'm not. I'm a counselor. I'm a doctor. I'm a therapist, and I talk to people about their feelings. But no, I'm not supposed to be here for that. But we just need to find out where your crew is. We're not respectful. Are there no inhabitants besides robots?
And the bot can't turn his head, but the bot, if it could, it would be kind of like, like, this is not my programming. And it just repeats, identify yourself.
Counselor Helena Troy.
Where do you serve, Counselor?
I serve with Starfleet. I'm an officer. I need help. Help.
The other life forms near you, are they also with this Starfleet?
Yes, they come in two pieces.
The bot would really be doing like the RCA dog head tilt if it could right now.
Can it hear if I say, because I don't have my communicator is what's amplifying it. Can I speak loudly enough for it to hear? Like, is it that close, or is it far enough away that I'd have to be like, can I borrow your corner?
No, it's got good auditory processors. So if you speak at normal tone, it will pick it up. Okay. Because just a little background on Security Droid, it has a little bit of intelligence, but it's not like it can. So basically, whatever is in the limits of its programming is what it can do.
Okay.
So it can kind of ask you who you are. It can herd animals if it finds any. It can respond to threats, obviously.
Okay.
And depending on what you do and how you act, it may or may not respond to you, or it may or may not attack you.
Right.
But, it doesn't know who you are, and it's within the confines of its programming. If you don't give it satisfactory answers, we could have some combat.
All right. So when it asks about the other life forms, I'm going to identify myself. Lieutenant Tiana Ryan, doctor on the USS Thurston.
I have no records of this USS Thurston.
It's our ship.
And the Andorian life form.
I'm going to elbow Marsha.
Yeah. So like I stand up and I try to speak like I think a robot would speak. And I'm like, fellow robot, I am Borshan. And then I try to like do like a kind of robotic like wave, you know what I'm saying? Like a kind of like,
are you like,
yeah, but like a really, kind of jerky robotic wave at the bot.
and the robot doesn't like respond to that. It's just, you just see like lights blinking. Like imagine Robbie the robot when you see the lights, like it's processing like what's going on.
Yeah.
I do not recognize any of your name, rank, or ship. Why are you on this planet?
We are sent here to save people.
There is a space station orbiting above this planet that is devoid of all the crew that had been stationed upon it, and our responsibility at this very moment is to locate them and confirm their current status.
The robot pauses for a second. Sorry, I'm debating an evil GM thing. Oh dear.
That looks evil.
That's good for us, right? That's good.
No, when the GM gives you that look in a high roll.
I was
no
Christmas present.
So everything's gonna be just fine.
Oh no, it's not. Just so the robot, like it's silent for a second, and then like you notice what you think is the head tilts back up for a second, and then you see the weapons kind of coming out and coming to bear on you. Can you? So are you all going to respond to this obvious threat? Are you going to try to run, which GM advice you not to run because that could end badly, or are you going to try to engage with it?
I think we should stay. Like we're behind these this rock formation.
No.
I think we should keep trying to communicate with it. Like it was responding to us before.
Yes, but it searches databases and none of you had a match. So as far as it knows, you're hostile. So as far as it knows, you are hostile entities.
Right.
You don't belong on this planet.
Peace. We come in peace.
Fighting.
No, all peace.
So while the dear counselor is trying to convince this bot that you all are peaceful, you realize and you hear mini jets firing up.
Clearly you do not have a record of our stuff, of our ship. How can we verify our identities with you? Because we are here for the specific purpose that I just said. And if we can prove it to you, we would be willing to do that.
Well, the bot is no longer speaking.
Okay. No.
And it is hovering on its way to you. Because again, as far as it's concerned, without finding a record of you, it does not know what Starfleet is.
Okay.
All it knows is you are suddenly on this planet and you do not belong. You don't work for its maker, and it has no record of what Starfleet is, at least as far as you can tell. So you are hostile entities. You are now in combat.
Right. I still have
Because-
my phaser out.
I'm sure that helped it feel, well, not feel,
Well,
but
I mean, I didn't like behind the rock. Like I wasn't like pointing it at it, but like it's like
Hey, Dr. Counsel, if only you two talk like robots, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. You gotta make them feel comfortable.
I don't think
Speak
so.
in their language. That's what I was trying to do.
That wasn't their language.
Now look what happened. It's speechless.
so it has moved up 1 square. Doctor, you are the closest.
Okay.
So let's see how combat goes, because this is on par with the tentacle creature.
okay.
Oh wow.
Not comfortable. I stopped myself from saying that. So yeah. So Doctor.
I'm not going to take the first shot if it's just advancing towards us.
You're gonna throw away your shot?
I'm
Not
not
throwing
throwing
your
away my shot. I'm just like my ship. I'm young, scrappy, and hip. I don't know. Okay, so let's go.
You're young,
Sorry.
scrappy, and hungry.
Well,
Very
I was
good.
trying to make it rhyme. I mean,
That was good.
I have proven my knowledge of Hamilton lyrics in the past. But regardless, they don't have
Alright,
a Hamilton in this
so
world. So I'm trying to
Really think you should shoot, Doctor.
halt. We come in. We're not here to cause any harm. And I'm just gonna see if it stops because I really don't want to. Even though it's a robot,
it's not a dog. It's not gonna respond to tone of voice.
I don't know. Not tone of voice. Just like words. Like sometimes halt is robot language, right? Like
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm trying to almost speak a little like a robot. I'm trying to.
It is. See?
But
End
while I'm
program.
doing that, I'm not gonna end of line. I'm just I my phaser's up, but it's not like I'm not like pew pew.
So the robot surprisingly does. It stops hovering. It lands again,
Oh wow.
but the weapons are still pointed at you. Under whose authority do you issue this command?
I look at Marshawn.
Oh, y'all gonna die.
Okay. I look at Helena.
We have a captain that we answer to, and she's not gonna be really happy if we die. So maybe less killing and more take me to your leader stuff. No.
So the robot's literally waiting for like a authorization code or something. Like, what's your PIN?
Can we do like 6 zeros? Like
No. Okay, you know what? To make this interesting,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To make this interesting, I want Morshawn specifically to roll an engineering
Okay.
to see if you if you could figure out, like, if this, now that you're closer to it, can you figure out more about what it is if you know the model at all? You know it's not Starfleet, but you don't know if this is kind of a standard configuration if you know it.
Now, can I turn my focus on since one of my focuses is computers?
Yes.
All right, sweet. Focus used. Yes. Okay. All right.
Roll them high.
All right. 13.
All right. So you don't know the authorization code, but you do notice a panel where it's not quite as wide as its chest, but you notice a panel, and you know that if you can either shoot that panel or get to it, you could try to either turn it off, enter a security code. You could try maybe one of your Starfleet codes, although you don't think it'll work. Or you could try to just like turn it off. So you do have a you do have an idea of like, here's one place on this bot that you could try to shoot. But it is a security bot. It does have armor. It's going to be a called shot with a penalty, especially if you are trying to do this with just a phaser versus an armored security bot.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I think I see a panel right in front, but it looks really hard to get to. Just in case we need it, we could maybe disable it from there, but it won't be easy.
I have faith in you. Go for it.
I meant like a team effort.
Should we all like focus our fire on it, like, or should we like distract it and you can like slide in and like beep boop beep it? Like, I'm not sure. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I think we like it responded to your halt. Like, I think there's more to this thing than we realize. Like, I feel like we just need some kind of authorization.
All right, I'll try to distract it if you like sneak out, like, you know, this way.
Can
and,
we
go around the flowers?
Can we like call the captain? Like maybe she knows something about this.
We could. Do you really want to tell her that we're right here, right now, doing this?
Well, we are serving her mission to find the rest of the people.
Well, I think part of our mission is not to poke her every 5 minutes on help. I'm just. If you would like to call her, you're welcome to. I think if you think you can disable the bot, I can try to distract it. Between Helena and I, we can distract it.
There is a small chance that I can disable it. It is fully armored, and so like the plate is like basically where its weapons are, right? It's kind of like on the.
No, the weapons are basically, you know, in Mech Warrior, how sometimes mechs would have guns for arms.
Right.
Or they would have like arms, but then they have like Gatling guns kind of mounted on it.
Yeah.
So think of it as like a small scale mech.
Okay. All right.
So from what you can see, it's basically got it's got these arm guns trained on where it is sensing your presence. It's not like it's got eyes per se, like you would think of a living creature with eyes, but it can sense you and it knows that you are behind these rocks.
Okay. Well, guys, it hasn't shot at us yet. Like, I feel like it could have destroyed us by now. Let's just wait and see what happens and think about, like, it would have shot us already, right?
No, I think it's waiting for the code that we're not giving it. I think that shutting it off, and I mean, we can even turn it back on after we disable its weapons, but I believe that letting it fire, like can we disable it? Rock, paper, scissors. I would like to
put water on it.
Wait, I
water?
I just turn around and hold on. I'm gonna.
You know,
I don't know if there's water on this planet.
Like we don't.
Okay, out of character. Did you just say you don't know if there's water on this planet and you're surrounded by grass and foliage?
This is like alien grass and foliage.
It could be alien water. It might not electrocute. It might not short out.
Where did we get this flora and fauna if not for the rains?
Oh.
All right. What was I going to say?
I like it though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right, so what are you all doing?
Okay.
Well, because while you all have been sitting here chatting and deciding what to do, the bot, not hearing the code, has moved forward a square.
Okay.
And so now it's like, hey, it's like that gif of like
authorization. What? Oh shoot. Hold
okay,
on.
halt is the first thing we have to say.
It's not going to work again. Just so you know, that's not going to work.
I know a code. It always works. 777-9311.
That is in the incorrect code.
Are you looking for which level of authorization code are you looking for? I ask it, and I look at Morshan. I'm like, go disable it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Command level of this planet This bot does not recognize Starfleet as an entity which I must take orders from.
Is there any way that you could bring us to the command of this planet without, if we go peacefully? I don't believe I have any codes that would work with your programming, but I'm just going to keep talking while Marshawn's work. But we would very much like to maybe meet with whoever. Who do you answer to?
You are not allowed to know that.
Well, I'm not sure how I would. Then I don't know how to help you. Then we need to find some people, and you're in the way. Can you move?
This one does not need your help.
You don't, but other sentient life forms on this planet may, and we are here for them and them only. So,
the bot is not amused, and it's not going to answer you because, again, its programming did not include a refresher on Starfleet. So, as far as it knows, by its scans and without knowing who you are, it can tell what you are because it can scan for biological signs.
Mm-hmm.
It does know that you are humanoid. It does know that you are sentient. So it knows that you are not one of the animals that is programmed to kind of corral and take care of. But as far as you know, you are not any of the any of the ones it was programmed by. So basically, you're not the maker. You're not its maker. And it's like, you are hostile because you are not of the maker's people.
Did I talk long enough for Marshawn to get to the bot?
Yeah.
Which way did Marshawn go around the bot, though? Because if the bot's facing you, it's kind of hard for Marshawn to sneak around it. Because it can still sense movement.
Yeah, but I'm pretty stealthy.
Would it be
okay? You got to roll for that because this bot is literally staring at you the whole time the doctor's been talking.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been talking to me. I was trying to distract it.
Right, but it would have sensed movement from Marshawn. It's not like a human where the sensors would have been like, oh, movement.
Look at me.
What about daring?
Sure, give me a daring roll. Let's see what happens to you.
Daring and command, I guess. No, science. What was it?
Daring and fitness.
Why are you smiling?
Oh no!
No.
Oh.
It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon when you step on the twig.
Well, Marshawn, friendo. So I'm not going to let you have gotten behind the bot with that roll.
Okay.
So the bot, sensing your movement, fires a net and captures you.
And Marshawn dodges the net.
No, you don't.
Like the Matrix. Bends backwards.
No. Not with a 4, you didn't.
What kind of net is it? Is it like a rope net? Is it like a wire net? Is it like we're not getting out of this with anything we have on our person net?
It is a capture net.
Yeah.
So it is designed to capture. Although it is big enough to hold Marshawn, but on the next turn, I'll let you see if you can either get out of it or cut your way out of it, since you do have your you do still have your phaser.
Is it one of those ones that flies out of the thing and wraps the whole person up, like all the way down to their feet around, like all their whole person?
Not quite that big, because this bot is not. This one particularly is not designed to take care and capture creatures that are humanoid size, but it does have a decent sized net. So basically, if the net shot out and weights pin down Marshawn, but Marshawn isn't like totally immobilized. It's not a stun net, but right now Marshawn's basically held down on the forest floor by the 6 weights around the net. So on the next turn, you can try to either cut your way out or get out, but it's not going to be easy if you just fling the net off. This is a net capture to capture people.
Okay.
So,
okay. I can still talk though.
Yeah, you can talk, unfortunately.
Okay. Hey, let's all get captured.
I I was actually thinking that.
Yes. Obviously, the robot could have killed us.
But if it captures us, it could bring us.
Yes. Let's get captured.
I hate to say this, Helena, but I think this is actually a good idea.
Better than jumping in a bed of tentacles, but what do I know?
I'm gonna step out while I say it, kind of like to force the issue because tentacles, right?
I was trying to help.
So am I. And I genuinely am. And I'm not really, I'm more saying that in a, since you can read my mind, in a more like humorous way than in a like, thanks again for the tentacles sort of way.
And I kind of like shove her out towards the thing so she can get captured.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, well,
He was like, here, go.
Hello.
Are you willingly getting captured or are you?
I am putting my phaser away and I am stepping out and like hands up.
Do you surrender, creature?
I do.
What about you, Helena?
Yes.
All right, so if you are willingly coming out and you are not going to engage this thing any further, you both are netted, and to your surprise and kind of fear, it stands up with legs.
Oh my god.
And the treads move up to its hips, almost like a transformer.
Oh my goodness.
It picks you all up easily and starts walking off. And that is where we're going to take a quick 5-minute break so people can get water. We did start a little late, so we're just going to get a quick 5-minute break so we can get water. People can get a bio break. Don't go anywhere. Please tweet out the stream. Tell them we're still going strong. And let's see what happens when we come back and you all have been captured.